on that day will shake with fear and anxiety. Of course, the people will be divided into two. People of no fear and no harm. And these are the believers. Allah says in the Qudsi hadith, by my grace and honor, that I would never combine two for my servant. If he fears me in this life, I will not make him afraid on the day of judgment. And if he is not afraid of me in this life, I will terrify him on the day of judgment. So on the day of judgment, there will be two divisions, two types of people. Those who are in comfort and security. They're safe from anything that burdens them. But there will be people whose hearts are filled with fear and anxiety. And these are the hearts of the disbelievers and the wrongdoers. It's not their hearts only. Allah says, أَبْصَارُهَا خَاشِعَةٌ. Their eyes cast down. Their eyes are in humility and submissiveness. They look down. They cannot look up because they know that they come with burdened and heavy shoulders, with sins, lusts, and desires. It's pay time. And this is when they will be held accountable for what they had done. Their eyesight is limited. They cannot look around. How can they? They don't have the guts to do so. They know they're wrong. Now they've seen everything. In this life, they live in denial. No, we will be in paradise. We will be in the highest levels of paradise if there is a paradise, if there is life after death. So they're in denial. They don't believe. On the day of judgment, the veil will be taken away from their eyes and they could see everything. So they cannot look up, they look down. They cast their gaze down in humility because they anticipate what comes to them. Allah Azza wa Jal says about them in ayah number 10, يَقُولُونَ أَإِنَّا لَمَرْدُودُونَ فِي الْحَافِرَةِ. When they're resurrected, when they're taken out of the graves, they say, who woke us up? Who is taking us out of our graves and of our resting places? You pass by the graves, you see R.I.P. Rest in peace. What peace are you talking about? Don't you know that disbelievers' graves are filled with hellfire? This is not hell. It's just a window that opens to them and they burn in hell. And this is nothing compared to what awaits them on the day of judgment. This is just a preview of what awaits them. So when they're resurrected, they cry and say, shall we indeed be returned to our former state of life? أَإِنَّا لَمَرْدُودُونَ فِي الْحَافِرَةِ. Al-Hafirah could mean life, could mean earth, and it also could mean hell. But most likely, because they said, are we going back? Are we returning back? It is not in reference to hell. It is most likely in reference to life after death, meaning are we going back to this world? Now we thought we were dead, it's all over. Nobody told us that there will be another life. We always believed that there's no God, there's no heaven and hell. We always believed that once you die, that is it, end of story. Well, tough luck. There is a sequel to it, and this sequel is to eternity. They complain and wonder, أَإِذَا كُنَّا عِظَامًا نَخِرَةً. Is this possible even after we are crumbled bones? When we dig a grave, we see nothing except crumbled bones. Is it possible that we will be back in this form of life, in our bodies? If this is true, Allah says, قَالُوا تِلْكَ إِذًا كَرَّةٌ خَاسِرَةٌ. If we were to be resurrected and our crumbled bones to be fixed and reinstated in its original form, Allah says, they say it would in that case be a return with loss. This is not what we hoped for. This is not what we lived for. And surely this is not what we had died for. We thought, as disbelievers say, we thought that life began with being born and it ends with dying. That is it. So make the best of it. Enjoy it as it lasts. And that is why we lived it to the fullest, so we thought. Because it's, as they say, you only live once. And Muslims don't believe in that. We believe that this is not the life we are looking for. Our life is in Jannah. And this is why we tolerate what we get. That is why we're patient and we worship Allah, though it's sometimes not as what our hearts desire. And that is why we refrain from things that we love and desire, because Allah does not love it. And that is why they complain, this is a return with loss. This is not what we wanted. We have a short break. Stay tuned and we'll be right back.